Yeah, that width is nasty. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my little piece of paradise I call the Lonestar Hawaiian Garage. Thank you for joining me this evening because tonight we are actually going to be stealing some shoes. We're actually going to be doing somewhat of a wheel swap. Moral of the story behind this, when I initially bought the 2020 Trail Boss, I never intended on running this stock wheel and tire package for more than just a few months. I love the way these things come stock. The styling's great, the wheels are a really cool pattern, but there's really no offset. So the goal with this is to figure out if a -24 offset is gonna be the perfect offset for this truck. Every single video I do on this truck, I'll typically get the comment in question, how big of a wheel and tire you can run on that truck without any serious major trimming. So I have a hypothesis that the 33 by 12.5 inch tires I have on here with this wheel package setup is gonna be the largest you can fit on a stock Trail Boss without any major trimming. That's the hypothesis anyways. Wheel and tires, guys, these are MotoMetal 962 wheels, 18 inches by 10 inches wide. It has a -24 offset. Tires are Toyo's Open Country RTs. Love the tires, love the wheels, love the offset. Now the offset for this truck gives it that perfect stance, which I would call about a ½ inch to an inch outside the fender. The stock 2020 Trail Boss, zero offset, zero poke, zero stance. So hopefully this is gonna give us the stance we want and also fit on this truck. So without further ado, we have some work to do. I have about 20 minutes of light left, so I gotta move pretty quick. I have 4 wheels and tires from another truck in the backyard, so we're gonna pull those out, stick those on here, pull these off, stick them on there, pull those off, and then put them somewhere else for the meantime. All right, let's get working. All right, so these are the wheels that are gonna be temporarily holding this truck up. I would typically grab my quick jacks and throw them under the truck to lift it up. It turns out that the frame of this truck is actually 2.5 inches higher than the Trail Boss. The way the wheels and tires, the lift, how it's set up, it's just too high, unfortunately, for the quick jack. So we're doing it the old-fashioned method. Take our floor jack. We'll take all these beautiful MotoMetal wheels in Toyo Open Countries, throw them on the Trail Boss. That's the plan anyways. Hit a snag in our initial plan, and that snag is the fact that I can't stand to see 3 more of these wheels and tires put on this truck. Actually, what happened is I realized the stock 2020 Trail Boss lug nuts will not fit the MotoMetal wheels here. The MotoMetal 962, the lug nut is actually a smaller lug nut to fit it on your truck. The stock Trail Boss are too thick. They will not fit on those wheels. So what that means is I actually have to get this truck in the air and just leave it in the air. I don't have extra lug nuts to utilize, so unfortunately, but fortunately, this is the only wheel you'll have to look on this truck, but we had to figure out how to get this thing in the air. Do not do as I do because we're gonna have to, but we're gonna do it anyways, losing daylight. Whew, that is truly a horrible sight, I'll tell you that. Walking out, seeing your truck like this in the middle of the night, that would be a nightmare. Now, there's still one piece of kind of worry here is if this brake caliper on the Trail Boss is going to make contact with my wheel. This is notorious for aftermarket wheels not really getting along. Fortunately, the MotoMetals do have a -24 offset, and it might, just might, clear this piece of the brake caliper. I'm really hoping that's the fact because I just pulled all 4 tires off in faith. Let's get this thing jacked up and swapped out. So excited to see how this looks because these tires are so much wider than the Goodyear dirt tracks that come stock on the Trail Boss.
Dream big, boy, gonna make it. Stand tall, higher road you're taking. Let go of everything that you know and build
So I felt I needed to put these side by side for you guys because apparently the Goodyear Duratracs that come stock on the Trail Bosses are just under 33 inches tall. These are 275, 65, 18s. They are a lot skinnier. I didn't realize how much more wide these Toyos are. The tread pattern is so much better looking on the Toyos, but yeah, that width is nasty. As someone might say, Girth Nation, definitely with the Toyos. That's quite the difference, guys. These are a lot bigger than I expected. I thought they were pretty similar in size. That's not the case. Let's get this one on there.
I've been in the darkness for 40 days.
It clears. Oh my gosh. You get so far, guys?
Searching for holy flame.
Before I continue further, yes, this is a chrome socket on an impact wrench. This is not the way to do it. But my impact sockets will not fit on these lug nuts in the wheel. If it breaks, it breaks. It doesn't rub. Whew. Yes. Guys, this is literally by the skin of my teeth. If you're gonna put aftermarket wheels on a Trail Boss, it looks like negative 24 offset might be the secret. Oh my gosh. That is the size of tire that needs to come on this truck stock. That's gonna look so mean. Just so you can see what I'm talking about with this brake caliper here. Let's see how close we are. I don't think you can get any closer and have that clear. There is no rubbing, there is no touching. These are pretty much cranked all the way down. Look how close that is. Jeez. Chevy, why gotta put that weird thing on the brake caliper? Ruining all our fun.
A sign to light up the way. So can you help me out? Can you help me out?
Now, transparently, guys, we still got 3 more tires to do, but I cannot wait to see if we have some clearance issues. So we're just gonna go ahead and just go for it. Let's go a little bit here. How close are we? Oh, guys, we might be able to. Okay, that's full clock. And ladies and gentlemen, we in fact do not have contact. I can get a finger through there. Now, I will say if you're backing up a driveway and the suspension collapses a little bit or you hit a bump, you are gonna nail this fender liner, but here in park, it fits, it turns. Let's check the back. All right, that's full. And okay, at full, there's contact. It looks like we do have contact there on the plastic. You can turn it all the way, that's a plus, but if you move anywhere, you're gonna tear this mud flap off. So you can still fit these on here. Some minor trimming on this mud flap actually would be pretty easy. Probably pull this plastic off, pull the fender liner back. You might just knock the metal back just a little bit to put this mud flap just a tad further backwards. And if that was the case, these would actually fit on here. But guys, look at that. So let's go ahead and get these other 3 tires on here. I did take a peek from the front. The stance is epic. I'm not gonna show you guys just yet. Let's get the other 3 on there.
Am I on my own? Am I on my own? But can you help me out? Am I on my own? Am I on my own? But can you help me out? Can you help me out? I've been scared to look in my soul.
So a few of you asked what my truck would look like with the Trail Boss wheels. Giving you a quick peek here. I don't know if I like it. I don't think it's my cup of tea. I am surprised how tall these are. They look pretty tall on this truck, but that tire sits kind of inside that fender well, which is kind of what we got away from by getting away from stock wheels. But as far as pattern, it's not horrible, but it's definitely not to my liking. I don't know. What do you guys think? Throw in the comments below. Should we put the Trail Boss wheels on the 07? I don't think so, but if you guys think it's okay, then maybe. But what we're going to do now is go on a quick test drive. This way. It's nice and slow. No rub. I executed a right turn with no rub. Good things happening, guys. Good things are happening. All right, guys, it checks out. Let's back this thing back in the garage. All good news so far. And check out those Lost Fit reverse lights coming in bright as always. All right, guys. So as my 3-year-old is trying to escape the laundry room to get out in the garage, just real quick, giving you a peek at the new stance on this truck. That is, wow. I don't know if I'll put them back on my truck now. That looks menacing. Love it. I love it. But we definitely need to get you guys a good look in the morning with the sun out. But, jeez. All right, guys, we'll see you in the morning. All right, guys, I'm gonna do my best to try to talk over the music that's playing because I don't want to copyright strike, but my goodness, look at this truck. It's funny how wheels and tires can completely change the look and feel of your vehicle. This is perfect. The setup is absolutely perfect. We have not rubbed once since we've been driving with these wheels and tires. Again, this has only been a few miles and I haven't gone full clock with the wheel, but you can get about 90% there. I went full clock while I was going very slow and looking right in there. It looks like we did grab just a little bit. Let's see. But not bad. There's no, visible damage or any rubbing on the plastic. There's a little bit of dirt on there, but besides that, it's golden. And then my favorite part right here is the new stance. You get about 1.5 inches outside that fender well. Now this is a little bit more aggressive than my truck. The tires sit just a tad bit more in on the 07. Fast forward to 2020, these do sit a little bit further out, but geez, that is absolutely gorgeous. It does have a stock rake from the factory. That means the back end is a little bit higher than the front end, probably about 1 inch, 1.5 inch difference. Naturally with all trucks, that's normal because once you get a payload, it levels out. Now I will say the offset is perfect. The size of the tires is perfect. The width is perfect. The styling of the wheel itself, I don't know if this is the perfect one. The straight lines of the wheels look really good on my truck, the 07, because of the body lines. This 2020 is a little more, got a little more curvature, a little more modern-esque to it. I think a higher spoked wheel, maybe a little sharper edges would look better. But the main thing I wanted to see was, can you fit a 33 by 12.5 with a wheel that's 10 inches wide and a -24 offset? So we do have a pretty good offset on these wheels. They are 10 inches wide. These tires are pretty big, but a factory truck, we're running without issues. I was really worried that the inside fender was gonna cause some issues, but I can just do circles around this truck all day. All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and close it out here. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. I'm so stoked the way this is looking because I think I found the perfect setup for this truck. Now, I'm not certain at this point if these are gonna stay on or come off. Now, I will say, I think this truck looks better with them on than my truck does. There might be some impartial placebo effect going on, but geez, this is absolutely gorgeous. Once again, 33 by 12.5. That is the size of these tires. Toyo Open Country RT. The wheels are the MotoMetal 962. 18 by 10 negative 24 offset. I cannot believe I fit a 10-inch wide wheel with a negative 24 offset with these 33-inch tires. There is a little bit of rubbing on the inside here. Now this is a pretty easy modification, I would imagine, to pull this back just a hair in order to give you full clearance and full turning. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Should I keep these wheels on this truck or should I put it back into a 07 and go get a better setup for this one? But let me know what you think in the comments below. Only time will tell if these wheels and tires are staying on this truck and if my truck in the garage is gonna stay on those stands. But you'll have to wait until next time to find out. So we'll see you in a few days for that next video. Until then, y'all take care and aloha.
Oh yeah, that BMW knows where it's at.